32, ready to return.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
44's the mic. 44's mic.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Blue lady.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
Jameis now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mike's 50.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Buying time to his left. Able to push his way through. Evans has it left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Here's Bosher to kick it away.
Number 88, back to return.
Returnable here for Davis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Kickoff return 21 yards. Number 88 on the return.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We got 4.
Ready. Set 180.
Watch one.
Gun.
Check 4.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on now.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
You're gonna set. 180.
4 down.
Great.
Kill.
180.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Two tights. Gun. 3 down. Pick a set. 180.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Express.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Let's rock now.
Hey.
Gun.
We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Newton on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Come on now.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Strong right.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's it, baby.
$20.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Pick a set. 180.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
3rd and 2, Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Here's Winston. And now he'll tuck it and run. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Out.
Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Keep playing hard.
Let's go.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the right.
Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert.
Let's go, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Winston now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is. Boy, he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight on the right.
Green, triple C.
4 down, 4 down.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
We got tight left. 4 down.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
My 50, my 50.
Hey.
Let me go.
4 down.
4th down, Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. But that's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Here's Newton now on second down. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Do something.
On first down, it's Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Mike eight.
That's rock now.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Gun.
49, check 49.
Hey.
Check three.
Second and 10, Newton again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Winston. Stepping up, he'll try and run, and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Steps, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
Number 88, back deep to return.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Gun.
I don't think you got it, son.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Black 25.
Mike, 44. I got him.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
Winston now from the 50. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Blitz.
Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Come on now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He likes to
Gun.
trips.
On 1st and 10, Newton. His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
Gain of 22. Number
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, we are.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Sonic!
A first down throw for Winston. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. They go play action here on first down. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Great.
On first down, Newton. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Woo! Get him, boys. Yeah.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Express! We're going to set 180.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Number 88, the deep return man.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Bang, 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 bang.
And they'll go on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Gun.
4 down. Alert.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And this one's incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Newton to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Go, go! It's run! It's run! They run it! Woo, baby! Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Great, great.
Hey, check 20.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ready. Blue ready.
We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Sonic. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the play.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
Jameis now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Ready. White 25.
Check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Sonic. Hey, let's go.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Working out of the gun, Winston. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
4 down.
Ready. Blue 80. Check. Let me go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Michael Brockers, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton.
Crash down.
And some space here.
Watch Mike.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Good job. Good job, baby.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Returnable here for Davis. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Great. Four down. Express. Great.
Wide.
8. 20.
Mike 8.
They fake the give. Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Quan Alexander not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. To throw is Newton. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
We got 3. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Like I said, like 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Tight right. 8. Hey, 4 down.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Again, Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun.
Hey, we got 4.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
8. Mike 8.
Express.
8. Woo!
Great.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tight on the right.
Set. 180.
Even. Check it, hot read.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
It's easy working. It's coming again.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
We're gonna set. Set 180. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Gun.
He's not gonna get me. He's checking. Crash. Check.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14.
Kill. Mike 8.
Run. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mike 8.
Great.
Here we go, D. Get off the
Express. Great.
safe.
Great.
Watch the shift. Hey. Watch the shift.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Easy. Hey.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 down.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's going to go for a big play down. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Do some. Express.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Charles Harris in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Gun. 8.
Kill.
Gray. 20.
24 is the mic.
One last throw here for Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.